What is up, everybody? For everybody who doesn't know who I am, my name is the Chief 710. I've been going around for a past while, doing some Ejuice reviews through Instagram, and I figured I would kind of just move my model over to YouTube. So now, instead of having the minute-long videos that I have on Instagram, I'm going to be going full depth into the YouTube videos. So what I'm going to do for this video today is I'm going to dive into what is Ejuice. So Ejuice alone is the material that is used for vaping. Now, everybody usually asks, what is vaping? What does it do? Can it help me? This and that type of nitty-gritty details. So in itself, in essence, vaping is a safer way of consuming nicotine. And nicotine is one of the addictive properties within tobacco. Itself, within tobacco, there's other harmful chemicals due to the plant growing. Now, when a tobacco plant grows, it consumes all of the materials or the, what is that name? Nutrients. I'm sorry. It's all the nutrients within the ground. So over time, when farmers are using pesticides that are harmful to us as human beings, the plants are soaking it up. Now, when that happens and they extract all the tobacco and they grind it up and they throw it into the cigarettes themselves, now you have over those 2,000 to 3,000 chemicals that the farmers, one, either they know about 1,000 of them, or two, they don't even know that majority of the chemicals that are in there are in there. So with vaping, a couple of years ago, it came out in China. China was actually one of the original producers of the pens, or the vape pens themselves. They used to be little cartridges about yay big, and they came in, I want to say tanks. They came in tanks that had wicks that would come down and you would have simple e-juice. Now, I'll dive in a little bit later on in the video on what the difference is and the ratios and what is e-juice, but just to kind of give you guys an example, I brought some e-juices with me today. So first flavor, just to kind of show you what is out in the market, there is a chocolate. So this is cocoa by the pound. So it's like a chocolate and a pound cake together. Then there is, this is called Grindhouse American Chino. So this is a, I want to say, a cappuccino, but American styled. So it's a little bit creamy and you get a little bit of that dark latte type of taste to it. And the next one is the Machi Sumi. So this is like a Japanese take on coconut ice cream. So you can see that just from those three flavors alone, there's a lot of variant options that you can go with. So Ejuice alone only has up to about 4 to 7 chemicals depending on how the e-juice is made. Now, the chemicals that are inside the e-juice themselves, there's nicotine, there's vegetable glycerin, and there's propylene glycol. And then additionally, there's other flavors that create that combination that you love and you seek and you want to just vape. So the chemicals themselves within the e-juice, like the vegetable glycerin and the propylene glycol, are both safe for inhaling. Now, if you despite this and you don't think it's true, well, vegetable glycerin is actually used within food byproducts, so to preserve them. So majority of the time, if you look on any vegetable labeling or if you look on any box at any supermarket, it'll actually say vegetable glycerin. Additionally, too, the propylene glycol is actually something that's used within medicines. It's actually a preservative for the medication to stay longer. Additionally, too, if you're at a hospital and you know that tingent type of smell, that kind of like Cloroxy type of smell, that's also the propylene glycol. Usually hospitals, what they'll do is to sterilize the building, they'll pump propylene glycol through hospitals in order to maintain the amount of germ decontamination within the building. So overall, e-juice is a way better and way more functional thing for human beings. So for me as an e-juice reviewer, everybody asks me, hey man, can I get sick from this? What's the main difference between smoking and e-juice? And again, you can't get sick from it because it is something that is going into your system that is foreign. You have to remember that. It's not like you're ingesting water or you're ingesting another drink. So just be mindful of that. Some things that you could get would be like pneumonia or getting a cold, a common cold. The other thing to think about too is what type of chemicals are getting put into your Ejuice. Now, going off of that, a couple years ago, there was a huge study that came out saying that popcorn flavored Ejuice causes something called popcorn lung. Now, for everybody who doesn't know what popcorn lung is, it was a reverse effect of a chemical called ditrexidol that would cause your villi sacs within your lungs to actually implode. So they would look like popcorn almost. So what that would do is it would restrict the amount of oxygen that would be coming into your lungs and absorbing into your body. So ever since that happened about 10 years ago, every single company I've come across doesn't use that chemical anymore. And I'm pretty sure there's about 3 to 4 other chemicals that actually got expunged with the FDA coming in. But other than that, I always say to my viewers, be careful. Make sure you know where your Ejuice is coming from. Make sure that their labs are tested. Make sure that they have all their certifications in order to make their Ejuice. Because again, I don't want you guys getting sick just from trying out some great new flavors or even trying to get off cigarettes. And on top of that too, you gotta be safe. You gotta be safe, you gotta be safe. So that's the take on Ejuice for me. Now, what I do is I actually go through majority of the Ejuices that get sent to me, and I will bring them to you guys. So anything new that comes onto the market, anything different that's coming onto the market, or something that you've never heard that came onto the market, I'm basically going to be able to bring that to you guys. Additionally too, if you guys miss my YouTube videos, you can also check me out on Instagram, and my name on Instagram is thechief710. I'll put it in the descriptions below. But overall, that's what Ejuice is. If you guys have any questions, you can always reach out to me on my YouTube page, or you can reach out to me on Instagram. But as always, fam, I try to keep it cool, try to keep it chill. Whoop, there's my mod. And my go-to saying is that you always got to keep chiefing to vape on. So, as I said, fam, keep chiefing and vape on.